Alright, what's up? Welcome to...
Eat shit and die, Ricky!
That's pretty much how YouTube seems to feel about me and anything I make. But then again, I have a podcast called Eat Shit and Die, Ricky. And, sorry, that's just the best fucking name for a podcast I could possibly have. One, because I love the movie Sleepaway Camp. It's one of my top 10 favorite horror franchises, rather. I actually like the second and third one more than the first one. They're all great, though. But originally, though, that was supposed to just be if I said something that was particularly shitty to somebody that was like kind of a low blow that was supposed to pop and go, "Eat shit and die, Ricky." And I was just like, why not just make that the name of the show? My name is Ricky. It's perfect. It's be a nice opening, nice closer. Unfortunately, shit is still considered a curse word. I don't know why. I think I've already been through this rant one time, but still, it's pretty stupid. Most of the reason I'm doing this particular episode is really just to answer a question from a commenter, one of my recent new subscribers since I started the Maggot launcher project. Says, what is it about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that enthralls you? Well, it's one of those franchises I've loved since I was a kid. I saw the original in theater. In fact, I've seen all of them in theaters, with the exception of Mutant Mayhem. That was the one I skipped. I kind of regret it because I broke the streak. And TMNT, the 2007, I didn't even know that was in the works or coming out. I didn't have internet at that time. I just happened to be driving by a movie theater and had free time and saw it on the marquee, TMNT, and I went, is that what I think it is? Because that was before everything was acronymed. So I did recognize the initials. So I drove into the parking lot and, walked up to the posters and shit just to have a look, and is that what I think it is? And yeah, it was. It was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, and I was like, fuck yeah. So I went in and watched it, even though it was animated, and I'm not a big animated... I like animated comedy, but I'm not really into animated cartoons and, like, Cowboy Bebop and all that anime shit. I don't know. Animated action does nothing for me. I'd rather watch live action and animated comedy. I don't know. It's a weird preference. But I ended up really enjoying that one. That was a really good one. But as far as why I've done, 3 podcasts talking about what I would do with a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, I was actually planning to do that with many, many franchises at one point. To see what, as opposed to doing a movie review, because nobody needs to do another analysis on John Carpenter's The Thing or Alien or anything. Nobody ever, after a while I start going, okay, what the fuck would you do with a Predator movie? Instead of bitching about Alien versus Predator, what would you have done with it? Just walk me through it, and let's hear some of your ideas if you got any. I just did those 2 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ones as kind of it's just the easiest one for me. Plus the person that I used to talk about that I love this franchise with from childhood all the way through adulthood died last year, and it's really fucked me up. I mean, this dude was my brother. He's technically my cousin, but we've been like best friends since we were babies. He is family. That dude was my brother. The closest approximation to a brother I've ever had. We shared so many similar tastes and everything. Music. He was also a writer. Very creative guy. Never really could get his shit together enough to really be able to make, writing or anything like that a priority. So he's got some stuff here and there that I have, like some of his old stories and old scripts and stuff like that. And I was trying to always get him to at least sit down and do the fucking podcast thing, or we could just sit and talk about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and record it and talk about, our ideas, like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Sensei, all that Casey Jones shit. That's all his idea. The Baxter Stockman Rat King portion of it, that was my idea. So that is, in a way, it's a collaboration of both of us. But he hated podcasts and podcasting. He couldn't fucking stand it. And since he died, it's kind of like in Nightmare 4 when that chick keeps absorbing personality traits from all the people that die. Like the tough girl dies, she gets a little tougher. Brother knows karate, and now she knows karate. His hatred of podcasts and podcasters, I somehow just absorbed that. That's where that whole fucking John Doyle thing, other than the fact that I fucking hate that asshole. And I had that laying around as like, yeah, one day I'll do a podcast, but I never really could decide what it was. I didn't want to do another political podcast. But anyway, yeah, my idea of like, what would I do with this series? What would I do with that series? Turtles just happened to be the first one. And I got no one else to talk about it with. As far as actually like writing it out like a fan fiction, I don't really do fan fiction any further than, well, the podcast, because I have plenty of my own original stories to write. I already have a fucking book I would like to get published, but every publisher I've talked to has been one of those Glenn Ross sleazy salesmen that I really think is going to fuck me over. Also seems weird that I got to pay so much fucking money to publish the book. So probably be cheaper if the book wasn't 200 pages. But yeah, so I'm going to be doing more of that with more different series. But the third Ninja Turtles movie, still got to give you the pitch for that one. And then it'll be Thing 3. I had a friend of mine that just, changing subjects here. I had a friend of mine that just got out of prison. So he's constantly messaging me fucking song parodies from this dude Rucka Rucka Ali. And I fucking hate song parodies. Unless it's Weird Al because he invented the goddamn song parody. I mean, maybe he didn't invent the song parody, but he might as well have. I can't think of a single song parody that existed prior to Weird Al Yankovic. But that, as far as I'm concerned, is the only fucking person that can do them. But the thing with Weird Al is Weird Al also has, for every parody song on the album, there's an original that goes after it. Like, there's a pattern to a Weird Al album. If all you do is song parodies, I don't give a shit. The novelty wears off very quickly. It starts off with, "This is jokes, not for kids." Yeah. Always gotta let everybody know that, like, your edgy shit is just a joke, because so many people aren't going to be able to take it. Is this ever going to start? Alright, here it goes. Oh, fuck, I think I paused it. This is a parody of Shape of You. I have no idea what the fuck that is.
They put us through different events, yeah. Gave us cancer in 9/11 and the plague, and then fucked us in the ass. Now the whole wide world is run by homo frogs that are controlled by forces far beyond me. God is now part of the league under Muhammad Ali, and we're all toys, children of the mods.
Like, what is the parody here? I don't get it. Well, because for one, I don't know the song Shape of You, so I don't know how this relates at all to that song. Otherwise, it's just like, I'm gonna do my own song, but I need to borrow this other person's music. See, that's the problem with song parodies. That's why I don't like them inherently. Like, Weird Al's a whole, like, character in himself, but I don't know. Song is like, it's a musical version of everything I'm sick of listening to on the internet. Alright, you made me suffer through Rucka Rucka Ali, so sending you a Chip Chipperson video. That's what I'm going to do now. Anytime somebody sends me some like dumb Facebook video, I'm just going to send back a Chip Chipperson animated short. Well, talking about music. Something else I'm really not into. I don't like song covers. That shit's kind of a waste of album space. It's one thing when you're like playing gigs at bars and shit, you gotta do it. It's the most disappointing thing to find out sometimes that you're getting an album of covers. Like Dolly Parton's Rockstar album. I love the two original songs, Bygones, the one she does with Rob Halford, and then there's World on Fire. World on Fire is fucking excellent. And it's like, really? You couldn't slap together 7 more originals for this album called Rockstar, and instead it's just a bunch of goddamn covers. The cover of Joan Jett? Really? So what were you doing, a cover of a cover? Joan Jett's another one that is just, for as popular as she is, and she deserves to be. I mean, you know, Runaways and then her own band. But if you start going really through all of her songs, they're fucking covers. Most of them are covers. Crimson and Clover's a goddamn cover. The Bad Reputation album, there's like 17 songs on it. 5 of them are covers. Why not just save the album space and not do the goddamn cover? That seems like, to me, that would be the worst thing as an artist or a rock star. I mean, you know, fuck the money. Fuck getting to say you have a song on the radio. Imagine, like, Orgy. Perfect example. Their cover of New Order's Blue Monday. It's great. It's also the only Orgy song that has ever been on the fucking radio. That kind of sucks. Especially when you consider that Candy Ass is a great fucking album. 1 cover song on it, and it's the only song that band is known for. Movie soundtracks, you get a free pass on that. But otherwise, covers, kind of a waste of track space. It's one thing to do them in concert or whatever, but there's some that are good that really are better than the originals. Manson's Sweet Dreams is better than the Eurythmics. Both are repetitive as hell with the one good line they wrote, but still. You Spin Me Right Round by Dope and Fuck the Police by Dope are both good. That's another one. The whole album is good, but the best song on it, yeah, we didn't write it. Yeah, movie soundtrack, that's the only place like a cover, because sometimes the song is good, but doesn't sound right, like you want the song in a different mood or something. Like, for instance, in my 3rd Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie that I won't get to make, but I'm pitching, it's going to have the Venus de Milo character in it, and she has a scene where she kicks the shit out of a bunch of guys. And of course, you gotta play Venus by Bananarama. But it would be cool to have like one of those bands like Dyso Fluid or the Soap Girls or somebody like that do like a heavy metal rendition of it. Because that song's got an awesome... That would translate into a pretty badass heavy metal beat. Put like a lot of bass in it. I'm all about the compilation soundtrack, if it makes sense for the movie. Some of the best bands that I found were from soundtracks. Like, here's a great movie soundtrack. Pet Sematary 2. Fucking awesome soundtrack. L7, Dramarama, Jesus and Mary Chain. All these bands I found in that movie. Tank Girl also has a great soundtrack. Devo, Ice-T. I haven't seen Tank Girl in a while, and I lost my copy of it. The Crow. Crow is probably one of the best compilation soundtracks ever. Just top to bottom, all the way from Cure to that Jane Seabury song. Machines of Loving Grace. Who else was in there? Rollins Band. 9 Inch Nails doing a cover, but Stone Temple Pilots, of course, one of their best songs, Big Empty. Crow City of Angels also has an amazing soundtrack. That's a somewhat underrated movie. I say somewhat because that movie does have a major flaw in it, and once you see it, you can't unsee it, and it's so obvious. I don't know how they didn't think of it. And the problem with the Crow City of Angels is that Mia Kirshner should have been the Crow. And the dude should have been the guy that she met. Like, the whole conflict of that movie should have been based around that tattoo. Like, that should have been the inciting incident. So whenever it was, like, flashing back to green and the gangsters are killing her and her kid, it should have been Curve's tattoo that set that in motion. But yeah, all of the scenes where, like, he comes out of the water, that would look so much better if it was Mia Kirshner. Or appearing in the glass behind that nudie booth. Like, all of those, the whole maternity angle, all of that would have just worked so much better with her. But they're like, no, he's got to look kind of like Brandon Lee. What else had an awesome soundtrack? The Matrix. Matrix has a pretty rad soundtrack. Ooh, The Matrix. That just made me think of something else in music that kind of bugs the shit out of me. Although, now that I'm making music, I kind of get why you would want to do it occasionally. The remix. Holy shit. Remixes are usually so pointless. Especially when it's remixed with, like, techno. Like, Dragula in the Matrix soundtrack's a great example. It's just an annoying stopping, starting thing. Or, dig through the ditch and burn. It sounds like it's skipping most of the time. They just sound like shit. There's occasionally a good remix here or there. But again, it's almost like the song cover. It's like, alright, why? There's some good remixes. The Horrible People was an awesome remix. Dance of the Dope Hats is also awesome. So there's exceptions to this rule, but usually remixes are horseshit. That remix of Closer that's on 7. Also that remix of Closer that is mixed with Mario sound effects. Although I don't think Trent Reznor made that, but that's a pretty fun remix. I know I'm going to sound like a hypocrite for this one. Tool was bad about it, so was 9 Inch Nails. Having tracks would do this one too. It's like the song is like 40 seconds or something, and it's just like kind of nonsense. Like Fay Ray Come Out to Play or Pinion. Okay. I do this shit too, but I'm offering a caveat to this particular complaint, and that is if said ridiculous, staticky, dumb bullshit track that's like a minute long or less than a minute and is just some nonsense is at the beginning of the album and is like setting the tone for the what's kind, because I do that shit too, but like those tracks are the intro to the rest of the album. They are setting the mood for the following 12 tracks. So there's a reason it's there. But I'm talking about like when it's in the middle of the album, when you got like 3 songs and then that was just track 8. It's like, all right, I don't even know why you would do that one, but I can't remember if it was Soulfly or Sepultura. It doesn't matter. It's the same dude that did this shit. There's a track 9/11/01. Okay, we all know what that's referencing. The track is just like 30 seconds of silence. It's like, well, you didn't record anything. Like you just basically that's the definition of filler, is dead air. I don't listen to a lot of modern rap, so I don't know if they still do this, but in the 90s and 2000s, it's just other famous rappers leaving messages on their machine. This is a songwriting or song premise thing. This is another reason I fucking hate rap. It's because when it's not just the street shit, which that I actually don't mind. Like when DMX is, you know, I just love when a nigga bring his whole crew, just a bigger piece of cake for me to chew a hole through. That's great. That shit's awesome. But this really goes in any genre. Once your music starts tipping into singing about the music business itself, you're done. You ain't got shit else to say. For some reason, artists think it's interesting to start reading off their stats. Like, this is why you should listen to me, because I know this guy, and this is another one I fucking hate. When you start listing off you're using your music to start listing off other bands you listen to, like that's going to give you some credibility about how badass your band is. It really doesn't. Modern country is really bad about that shit. One thing these guys love writing songs about, there's like 4 or 5 different versions of this song. I found that station plays old Hank, Waylon Jane, and all these other like classic country artists, the ones that knew how to write fucking songs. And I took the back road so I can keep listening to this station that played all those great country songs. Well, tell me what it is so I can turn to it and hear good country songs. Here's another great way to ruin a song. Just take you out of it. This one's a rock habit. I don't have anything in my headphones. I can't hear anything. Alright, there it goes. Thanks, Bill. Dude, don't cut any studio noise, please. I don't want to hear you fucking around after the song. I don't want to hear you adjusting knobs before. I don't want to hear you talking to the producer ever. There's just sometimes I can't hear anything. All right, thanks, Floyd. Nobody needs that. This one's really stupid, and I don't think I really have a good reason to not like when bands do this, but I really hate it when bands call their albums the something sessions. Bauhaus, the Bella sessions. This is Cowboy Junkies, the Trinity session. I don't know why that irritates me, but for some reason it does. I think, here's why, I think. It reeks of the type of douchebag that would name their album the Chicago Sessions, or the whatever. It reeks of the type of asshole that says shit like that guy from The Sopranos. It's like, let me tell you something, dude. I've recorded in Denmark. Like, it reeks of that kind of attitude. Like, just such a pompous dick. It's like, yeah, man, this is where we stopped in Chicago. We got inspired one day. We rode by the Grand Canyon. So that's why we call this the Canyon Sessions. All right, well, I think I'm getting off here for now. So, this would be a good opportunity to toss up a Maggot launcher song that YouTube deleted. Now, I noticed when I uploaded the entire album before, this wasn't a problem. But if I upload this track by itself, it gets cut. This is a kind of a pain in the ass situation because I didn't make this track. This is a track that was made by the guy that founded Maggot Launcher, which is my best friend Kyle. And when he started Maggot Launcher, like in 2007, it was just a noise project. Noise music being, it's actually a genre of music. It got popular down here in North Florida for like a minute because of this band Disco Vado that was doing it. And then we knew these 2 other guys that had this band called Tentacular Genocide. Like, these guys actually went as far as to get bumper stickers to advertise this band. But we went out and we saw these guys, and they pretty much, with the exception of their friends, they walked this entire room. They just basically sat on the stage with the guitars, not holding them, mind you. They were sitting on the floor, playing the feedback that comes from the guitars and not being plugged in all the way, and occasionally running their hands across the strings and making all this just obnoxious racket. And people just one by one were filing out. It wasn't a big crowd anyway. But what few people wandered in there thinking, oh, okay, they're going to have a band playing. Let's see what they're all about. You just watch them sit there for a second going, what the fuck is this? So this inspired Kyle to do a noise project. So he came over because I had a slight ability to record things and kind of mix it a little bit on the most primitive computer technology one could be using next to a Lisa. But yeah, he comes over with just random assorted metal junk and like I think a vacuum and some other stuff, and recorded some noise tracks. He did more. He did another album with this dude Flat Effect, which is another noise artist. So if you want, you can look up the old Maggot launcher thing. But uploaded some shit to like SoundClick or whatever, and then that was pretty much the end of Maggot launcher. And then I started my music project, and I went, hey Kyle, once I figured out, I was like, all right, I think I might have something here. And I was like, do you mind if I use the name Maggot Launcher? And he's like, yeah, sure. Cool to see Maggot Launcher kind of come back. So, and the whole thing with Maggot Launcher is that it changes a little from album to album. There's always a change up and fucking with a different style. Whether it's like one album was These Things Will Kill You was a metal but with a jazz fusion mix. The one I'm working on now is kind of a disco-y dance mix, but while maintaining the same, personality as Maggot Launcher, So the first Maggot Launcher album is a noise album. I went and I dug up the other noise songs, and I was like, all right, let's pick out like the best 13 that make an album, and then I'll appropriate the rest of them back into Maggot Launcher at some point with like intro tracks and whatnot. Like Mechanical Extremity Disaster is an example, where I took an excerpt from Ted Kaczynski's Industrial Revolution, Industrialized Society and Its Consequences, or whatever the fuck his manifesto was called. And I did that to kind of fit the theme of the album, which was, how social media, computers, and technology are controlling mankind, and basically how his manifesto came true. Is what Donkey Sausage is about. So, there is one fucking track on the original 2007 album, Y-Rated Murder, is the name of it. Which, this one's pretty much Kyle's album. I tweaked a couple of songs. Butcher Baker Livestock Raper is one that I shortened, and I added the clips from Zoo. And Zodiac, I actually went a track called The Zodiac. I added things like somebody reading like the Zodiac letters, and clips from whatchamacallit. There was a documentary called His Name Was Arthur Lee Allen. I added clips from that, and it because it's about the Zodiac, but also because that album had a true crime theme running through it. So like there was a John Wayne Gacy track, there was a Henry Lee Lucas track, so it's like, well, there's no reason for the Zodiac to be an instrumental, so let's add some clips to that and spice it up a little bit. Okay, but this last fucking track has it's a chanting. It's called Baptism of the Walking Dead, and it's got a voice in it that, amongst all the racket, that is chanting, kill yourself, kill yourself. That's why YouTube keeps cutting it. I mean, I'm real sorry that the clip that he's using, I have no idea where the fuck that comes from, by the way. Or what horror old Lucio Fulci movie he fucking pulled that sample from. But I'm sorry they didn't know the term unalive, which I hate that fucking term. Do you ever notice that most of our modern terminology that we're using now, or not we, because I refuse to use any of these fucking phrases, but most of it is not because this is the cool way to say it. It's because YouTube makes you say it that way. Or they demonetize, or we get to pay some penalty to use the phrase kill yourself or suicide. These aren't curse words. It's fucking English. Am I allowed to speak fucking English? It's a fucking music track. It's not an instruction manual. I understand that we have this really sad generation of men that can't find their dick without Jordan Peterson or Joe Rogan drawing them a fucking map. But sometimes a song is just a song. It doesn't have meaning. It doesn't have intent. And also, it's annoying that I have to get so upset about this because I didn't write the motherfucker. I didn't make it. But it is part of me and Kyle's band's fucking discography, okay? Maggot Launcher albums all have 13 tracks. That's another thing. Running theme. You're fucking up my 13 thing here. So they're all supposed to have 13 tracks, except Wire Rated Murder, I guess, is going to have fucking 12. Bullshit. So I'm going to throw it on at the end here, 30 minutes. YouTube won't fucking catch it. So if you want to hear this one, you want to record, or you want to, download the fucking podcast and cut that out and keep it. If you're like for the hardcore guys, that was the only reason I dug that album up. Like, I could pretend it doesn't fucking exist, but I actually do like some of the tracks on that album. Cannibal Hypno High is pretty fucking cool. Because my other option, now I did actually think about doing this, was to add an actual song, but again, it was me being a fucking hypocrite here because I just bitched about it a few minutes ago for about 5 minutes. Would be a cover of Charles Manson's Peace in Your Heart, but the whole idea is that it would sound like shit. It would just be me and some drunk chick going, glance on through a burning asshole. Like, just, it would sound bad on purpose to fit the rest of the album. Like, it's a noise album, so it's just one cover done very, very badly by two really fucked up people. But I would rather just do Baptism of the Walking Dead. So if I can get away with it, goddammit, here it is. Baptism of the Walking Dead. The infamous band 13.
Kill yourself. yourself, kill 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 yourself,